Sometimes the crazy thing is you got to kick your imposter syndrome in the butt. And that's definitely what I've done to myself this year. Sometimes we don't understand how far we've come until we actually have to look back. So part of my my association, the hypnotherapy association that I'm a part of, is you have to count your clinical hours that you spent over that year while you held that membership in order for you to attain a higher accreditation or a higher membership, like a membership status. And I had to go back manually and count all the hours that I spent in the office. And you can imagine my surprise, but also like I did not understand. It was beyond fathomable. I couldn't understand that I have spent over 400 hours as a clinical hypnotherapist. That is 400 hours of trust between me and my clients. That is over 400 hours of supportive coping mechanisms that I've offered my clients with as a hypnotherapist. That is over 400 hours of experience. And that's 1 year. Over 400 hours of understanding and helping people change the trajectory of their future and change their projections and change their habits and rewire their mental state. That is over 400 hours of changing people's lives. And I wouldn't have known that had I not had to go back and count my clinical hours. And I want you to take this as a sign. No, I'm not boasting. I want you to take this as a sign, because sometimes there's nothing wrong with looking back at your life and understanding all the amazing things that you've achieved in that year, in that month, in the decade that you've been. Look at all the things that you've achieved right now. Write them down. Like I said, sometimes we have to kick imposter syndrome in the butt, especially when you feel like you're not doing enough or you're not enough, which is something that happens a lot with individuals. I encourage you to go look back at the amazing things that you've been willing or you've achieved in your life. And you did that. Yeah, okay, we fumbled and tripped along the way, but we did that. You achieved that. And may Allah allow all of us to achieve even more than what we dream of or more than what we're capable of. And that's the amazing thing about comparison. You should be comparing you to you. And that's it, no one else. How can you become a better person in the year to come? How can you exchange what you used to know and, buy into what you can know and all the possibilities? I mean, look, the possibilities that you can achieve. The world is your oyster. The world is your oyster, waiting for you to discover it.